Shiwap. So I am Roldan Salivio and welcome back again to my vlog. For this episode, we are going to have a question and answer about what I have learned in ICT. So if you are interested in watching this video, just keep on watching. Before we start this Q&A session, I just want to share a short reflection about the current situation that we are facing right now. So, as we all know that we are facing this pandemic due to COVID-19, and we know for a fact that there are different sectors that are deeply affected by this pandemic, especially or mainly the education sector, healthcare sector, economic sector, and etc. As a student, I know how hard the situation is, and I know that the teachers are also having a hard time dealing with this situation. Accessing education as of the moment is pretty difficult since there are tons of barriers with this. Nonetheless, the difficulties that we are experiencing right now is somewhat aided by the help of technologies. At present, we are all depending with the use of technology. We are all utilizing this as an instrument in coping with the situation. Therefore, we should be thankful with the existence of technology, because if this doesn't exist at all, then we might be experiencing worst of the worst.
What are the most important thing you've learned in ICT?
First thing that I've learned is the importance of ICT in the society. In this modern day society, ICT or information and communication technology is significantly important because these constitute all forms of technologies such as internet, telecommunication, data management, and etc. Together with these technologies, it conveys the transmission of information, which is considered as a vital aspect in generating humanity's way of living. Through this ICT that encompasses all forms of technology, it provides an easier and better access of information for the people. In addition, it also enables the people to have a better way of interaction with one another in the society. There are performance tasks and activities given in this subject, and we have to reach out with other people for us to interview with them. But since we are in the middle of pandemic, we are not able to talk to them personally. That's why we utilize technology as an instrument in communicating with them. Second thing that I've learned is the correct manner of utilizing ICT. ICT is free to be utilized by anyone, and there is a big possibility that this can be used in an improper way, or can be easily taken unfair advantage by anyone, especially with the use of internet. The existence of cybercrimes is continuously increasing as the society is gradually advancing in a technological world. Some people are using this ICT not for a common good but for the sake of their satisfaction, to satisfy their own pleasures. Nonetheless, through the help of empowerment technologies in tackling about ICT, I've learned that ICT should be utilized for a greater purpose. For instance, we should use internet as a tool for creating a social impact, such as social change that could benefit the society. Just like this subject, wherein we have used ICT as a tool for creating social campaign and different social awareness. In addition, I've learned that we should also avoid engaging ourselves in illegal actions such as plagiarism, as this can cause big consequences to us. That's why it is a must for us to always remember and conform to the computer internet ethics.
What do you think is the negative impact of ICT in the society?
I think ICT has a big impact in terms of communication. Because of ICT, and provides a better way of communication. Communication is extremely essential in the lives of the people. The positive impact of ICT in the aspect of communication, it brought convenience to the people and provided an easier way of communication to someone or anyone. For example, the Philippines is known as one of the country who has high rate of OFW. Of course, the certain OFWs has family and friends and relatives in the Philippines. Therefore, they need to communicate to one another even though they are far from each other. And with the help of ICT, they can communicate with one another in an easier and convenient way with the help of internet and other technologies. Second is that I think ICT has a big impact in information transmission. The access of information is much accessible to everyone. Internet now is the new library of knowledge. With the use of internet, everyone can search whatever they want without the hassle of manual searching in the physical libraries. Moreover, the transmission of information also improved with the help of ICT. Spreading news information can now be done through the use of internet, wherein this is much faster in disseminating information that can reach millions of people at a single time.
What do you think is the negative impact of ICT in the society?
For me, the biggest negative impact of this ICT in the society is that it alters how some people think, not in a good way, but in a wrong way. As we all know that there are different problems exist due to the usage of this ICT, especially in the internet. Cyberbullying, hacking, plagiarism, identity stealing, and cybersex are just examples of illegal or wrong actions in the internet. ICT had been utilized by many people to do this illegal action for their own satisfaction. Take cyberbullying, for example, because for me this is the most common problem regarding to this. In the internet, everyone is free to post whatever they want. They can express themselves through the internet, especially in the different social media platforms. Since the internet already is now a bowl of diverse people, it is unavoidable to encounter such problems regarding to discrimination and bullying on the internet. People in the internet has the freedom to use this, but this freedom has already been overly exercised by some people and they become entitled. They become entitled because of this freedom that they possess, to the extent that they barely think the impact of their actions towards the other people. That's all for this video, so I hope you have learned something from me and I hope you will always use ICT for a greater purpose next time. See you again next time. Bye!